Here we are in the house that we grew up in. 12 years ago, we took many of the artifacts from our childhood and stored them away in a hidden vault to be rediscovered someday down the line. That day is today. Well, that was fun. But I'm pretty sure that Coleman lantern would have killed us if we were in here with it much longer. So we have an LED lantern now. But this isn't exactly enough light to film in, so we need a little bit more light. Alright, so as we said before that little intro, we are at the house that we grew up in. We are at our parents' house, and we are actually underneath the front porch. So when we were young kids, the pest control guys needed a way to get under the porch to be able to spray for bugs. So they cut a hole in the basement wall, and we, being the boys that we were, saw a golden opportunity. So we started coming under here and filling this full of weapons as if it was some sort of ancient tomb or something, just a treasure chamber. We'll show you around, we'll show you what we have in here, because it's just full of childhood treasures.
So here we have a samurai helmet fashioned out of what looks to be like I think this is an old bowl, and gutter guard. There's some old canvas on the back of it, but that's straight out of a history book. It's pretty awesome. Here's a piece of scale armor. I think this was the other Jacob who made this. This has to be, because he tended to have a disregard for safety in general, and he used to mock me and told me I thought a spoon was sharp, which I didn't appreciate.
But then he would go and make suits of armor that were made out of strips of metal that if you touched him, you would get cut. So,
and these were banned. Certain people in authority, our parents, saw that and said, no, that's absolutely not going to fly. So those weren't used for very long. We have a whole assortment of broken swords. I think I remember this one. This one died a dishonorable death when someone tripped and just simply fell over it, and it was then snapped in half. But it's got all sorts of inscriptions and writing on it. And this is another broken sword that was preserved. It's shards. Here's an actual real sword. Or not a real sword, but more of a piece of steel with a lot of ornate work done on it.
So that right there, that is an old road sign that says Sassafras Pass on it. The name of the empire throughout the neighborhood was Sassafrasia. The emperor's house, I guess, was the capital city, is what we said. So that was the capital city of Sassafrasia, and through it was a road named Sassafras Pass, and that is the old road sign that has since been broken. So one of the purposes of this little under the porch area was whenever a sword was broken in battle, it would be retired into the sepulcher, and that is what that wall is. That is all the swords that died honorable deaths in battle. Only swords that were broken in battle could go there. If your sword just broke for whatever reason, you're just goofing around with it, no good. Couldn't go there. That was for honorable swords only.
We had there's a halberd against the wall over there. It's like an actual.
Was that made out of a fence post and a tree branch?
No, we did not fight with those though. We were not allowed to fight with anything metal, and you get in big trouble. And I think I did that once. I was using like a metal switch to fence with, and I got in so much trouble. I was like grounded for a week. It looks like there's a whole bunch of like treasures down here. This is all the spoils of trade. We would all trade these different items we found that were just unique or interesting. And some of these are scientific instruments, and some are just simple things like this is a candle wick trimmer. And this is the skull of a giant rat from an island on the coast of North Carolina. It's called a nutria. There's giant rats that wander around the island, and they're really freaky. I would not want to run into one of those when I was camping, but that's really cool. This is a bell that used to hang in one of the forts that we had. This is another a helmet that was made at some point. It's probably other Jacob. There's a terracotta soldier. I have no idea what's in this box. Nothing, actually. There's nothing in the box.
That's exciting.
There's a sword sitting here on the... Yeah, just a fence post.
All right, well, that is a tour from end to end of our little sepulcher. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Tomb Raider. Now we've got to figure out how to get back out of that tiny little hole. It's not quite as easy as it was when we were 10 years old. But thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. All right, let's see if I can do this without completely embarrassing myself. Here, can you take that? Should I go in front ways or
Go feet first.
go feet first?
Feet first.
Oh, the concrete is not comfortable
Now you gotta
in
come
that
up.
area. Woo! Ow, that hurts! Ow! I've been having a lot of back issues lately, and this is not. Oh! How did you go through like that? Oh goodness. Yeah, that's good. You can cut.